The Rise and Fall of Holly Fudge. It's playing basically the entire holiday season, and Daniella Wheelock, the director, is with me to tell us all about it. How are you, Daniella?
Doing well, how are you?
It's must be a busy time. This is right before the production starts.
Yes.
So Tech Week, as what is known in play world, drama world. So it must be interesting doing a Tech Week right before Thanksgiving too.
It's always fun. Yeah.
When you open right after Thanksgiving, you get the holidays right in the middle of that.
Yeah, we do.
All right.
Yeah.
But you ready to go?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the Rise and Fall of Holly Fudge is about what?
It's about it's a COVID Christmas story.
A COVID Christmas. Oh,
yes.
Those were the fun Christmas stories.
Yeah, so it takes place in 2020, and it's about a woman who comes home for Christmas in 2020 and brings home a woman for the first time that she is dating.
I see.
And
I take it the family does not know she is gay before then, or do they know?
it's a good question.
Okay, so
yeah, I think that her mom would say that she didn't.
I see.
But I think that she would say that she did tell her.
Right, okay.
But it's really about talking about generations and a mother and daughter relationship and the way that that grows and evolves as you get older, and the ways that our lives have changed so much in the past couple of years, and what that means on a personal level, and what that means within the context of someone coming home with a woman for the first time and having to really own that life and own the way that you are living and be proud about it.
Now, Holly Fudge, if you're wondering about the title, this is actually it's described as a confectionary Christmas story because the fudge is something that the mother makes, correct,
Yes.
and sells.
Yes, and it's named after her daughter, Holly.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so it is it's a beautiful little family story about what it means to name your fudge after your daughter and when you have to change that and what that means for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why did you want to take this on as a director?
Honestly, it's the best thing about this script, I think, is its honesty. It's a COVID Christmas story, but it doesn't feel like we're only talking about COVID. It feels a lot more universal than that, and it talks a lot more about our relationships with each other and how much we love each other and the way that that love has to grow and change. And I am a daughter myself, and I love my mom a lot, and a lot of these conversations feel really honest in the way that I have had to talk to my mom as I've grown up and changed and become an adult. And it's been really exciting to watch her grow and change as I've become an adult. And that's a lot about what this play is about.
Because regardless of whether it's an LGBTQ story or anything really, your parents are not necessarily ready for their children to change on them.
Yeah, and they're not ready to not be able to protect you from the world. And that's a large part of this too, is how much can we protect our kids when they're not kids anymore.
There end up being protests outside the house?
Yes, so...
why would there be protests outside a woman who makes fudge for a living?
It's not for her, so they're not
of course
protesting
not,
her.
yeah.
Within the context of the play, she lives across the street from a city council member who
Right.
Voted away that they didn't want them to vote. It's a little bit vague about why the protests are happening.
I see.
But it's a way to really talk about the other things that were happening in 2020 and all of the protests that were happening across the country. Within the play, Holly, who is our Holly Fudge character, is a reporter in Seattle, and she lives in Seattle, and she comes home for Christmas. And while she was in Seattle, she was covering the autonomous zone. She was covering a lot of really scary things for a parent to be watching their child in the middle of. And there's this discussion about that as well, of how do we protect our kids when they're so far away and they're making choices to go and exist in the world the way that adults do and take the risks that they feel like they should and that are right for them. And that is another really beautiful aspect of this that I'm really excited to share.
See, I was about to ask, why would someone want to relive a COVID Christmas story? Why would we want to go back to that era, which was such a difficult one in many different ways for different people?
That's an excellent question. I think that this play is really about what it is to come home and have to deal with those intergenerational issues and relationships. And COVID is just a framing device. It's just a way of saying this was heightened because of the circumstances that we're in, but ultimately, I think people would want to see it because it's about empathy and it's about love and it's about overcoming differences and overcoming differences in opinion and bridging those gaps because you really want to hear each other and love each other.
All right, so go see this at the Phoenix Theater. It starts this Saturday, November 26th, runs through December 23rd. I haven't been to the Phoenix Theater yet. What's it like seeing a play down there?
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
They've got a new building that I think they opened not too long ago, and it's in a really cool place on the Cultural Trail, so you should really check it out.
All right, Phoenix Theater, go check it out. The Rise and Fall of Holly Fudge. It's a holiday story just in time for the holiday season. Take a break from everything and go sit back and enjoy a play that I hope has a happy ending. I take it has a happy ending, but we'll have to leave it up to them, including the director, Daniella Wheelock. Daniella, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
What's up, Indy? I hope you liked that video. And if you like to keep up with all the good things happening in Indianapolis and Central Indiana, I do hope you will subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can do so very easily. Just click that box right over there.